Welcome back to Mask Monday. Today I'm going to do a DIY mask that I saw on Elle's channel. I will link her channel below. I've never done a DIY mask before, so I think that this will be very interesting. So I've cleansed my face, and Elle recommends an exfoliant, a gentle one, but I didn't have one, so I'm skipping that step. And then she said to use a hot towel, and oh, that feels really good. And just kind of push it in to the skin. This probably looks really silly, but man, does that feel good. And she recommended to do this before every face mask if you have time, especially the DIY ones. Whew, that feels really good. Okay, so what you need is I'm going to put them in a bowl here. You'll need 1 teaspoon of turmeric. And this is great to help even out the skin tones. It soothes it. It helps stop the loss of collagen. So this is kind of the super ingredient of this mask. And 1 teaspoon, again, that is a teaspoon of cinnamon. And cinnamon is a great antioxidant. And then Greek yogurt, just plain yogurt. And so we're just gonna put that in the bowl. So we have it here. And then we're just going to mix this together. It should be a paste consistency. And then we're gonna take some olive oil, just regular cooking olive oil or sunflower oil. And we're just gonna pour a little bit in, and this helps bind everything together. So I'm gonna start with just a tiny bit and mix that. Go really light on the oil because you can always add more of that, but you don't want to get it too thin. And so I'm just using a Wet n Wild. It's a contouring brush to apply it. And let's see. And it will crumble some, so make sure you put a towel down. Let's see, I'm using my screen as my mirror. And I think it's the yogurt that probably gives it the cooling. And it smells really good. So let's see, I just put it on as thick as you can get it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this all over, and I will be right back. This does look pretty funny. I'm gonna apply it a little bit on my neck. If you're in your robe, or would go down to your chest area. And again, make sure you have a towel underneath because it does kind of crumble everywhere. And if it gets too crumbly, if it starts to crumble too much, just apply more oil. Okay, so I am looking beautiful. So I'm gonna leave this on for 15 minutes. And when you're applying it, I put a little bit right here, and just as an FYI, I would not put it too close to under your nose because the scent was getting a little strong. Even though it smells good, it was getting a little strong for me, so I did wipe it off over here. So I would kind of avoid that area. Very cooling when you first put it on, but then after it's on for a little bit, it does kind of warm up. It is tingling definitely right here for sure, so I feel like it definitely is doing something because it is tingling a little bit right here. Okay, so I'm back. I've had this on about 15 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and wash it off. It has kind of dried down. And if you want to follow along with me, or if you have been following along with me, you want to wash this off with cold water. So I have it rinsed off, and as you can see, my face is pretty red. And it always gets red when I do wash, but it's definitely very, very red. I feel like this is what it would look like if I had a chemical peel. And it did take a lot of washing and just kind of really going over it with the washcloth to get everything off. The washcloth did turn kind of that brownish yellow color. So just as an FYI, don't do it when you're in a hurry. When I first put on the mask, it initially felt cool, then it kind of tingled, and then it kind of calmed down. Now my face is kind of tingling and feeling a little hot. So we're gonna take the olive oil and just put a little bit in the hand. Whoops, I got a little too much. And we're gonna massage that starting in the center of the face and pushing up. Oh, that feels really good. Because yeah, it was just starting to feel a little hot on my skin. And she did say when I was watching Elle do this that You know, it can stain the ingredients can stain your skin a little bit, but the olive oil helps take that away. Like I said, I get red every time I do a mask, so it's hard to tell. This was definitely more red than I usually get. And this is supposed to be similar to the lymphatic drainage. And I will link, she did a video on that as well, which I will link her video to that and when she did this mask below. Skin is red due to stimulation of blood flow. I wouldn't say I have sensitive skin, but I have noticed that with a mask, I do seem to have a little bit of sensitivity as far as just turning redness. I would say my skin is normally a combination to dry. So the next step, I'm going to use a squalene oil. And I know that she had talked about using a couple different oils, but I don't have those on hand. So I'm going to use the squalene oil. And before I did this, I did put a paper towel to my face and just to get the excess oil off. Okay, so I'm just gonna put, this is a sampler that I got. A couple drops and I'm gonna put on the Kiehl's eye cream. And you could probably do this step before. I probably should have done it before the oil, but I'm just gonna put that on. This is Kiehl's eye cream with avocado. As you can see, my face is still pretty red, so I will let this kind of calm down and come back and let you know how it looks. And I did take a selfie of my skin before I did the mask, and I'll do one after the redness fades. But my initial thought is my skin does feel very hydrated. Without the redness, it would be glowing definitely more, just in little areas it's starting to kind of glow more than be red. So I will come back in a little bit for my final thoughts. But my initial first thoughts of the mask is, I would say it is a little messy, so make sure you're not going to do it when you're in a hurry or if you have somewhere to go until you know how your face is going to react to it. And don't be panicked if your face is red. I mean, I feel like at first mine was really, really red when I was taking it out. Kind of reminded me of like an Oompa Loompa. But then the more I started wiping it off, and already it's kind of starting to calm down. So don't panic. Yeah, and feeling my face, it does feel very hydrated, very smooth. So I'm excited to see how it looks when the redness goes away. I wish people could feel it because it does feel the softest it's ever been. I mean, just so soft. But it definitely is radiating heat. So that kind of feels weird, but so smooth and soft. So hopefully when the redness goes away, I will be glowing. It has been about an hour since I took the mask off, and it's still a little bit of red right here, but pretty much all the other redness has gone away. The heat has gone away. It's no longer, my face is no longer radiating heat. So my final thoughts right now is I would do this again. I feel like my skin is so soft. It is just so smooth. All the texture is gone and it's just so smooth and so soft. So I would definitely do this again. I feel like I am radiating a little bit of glowing. Thinking that maybe when I was washing it off that I didn't scrub, but I might have went a little bit too hard. And so that might have been why it was so red. So I'd probably just next time take more of time, be more gentle on removing it. But it definitely is so soft and definitely hydrating, feels so smooth. So overall, my initial thoughts on this mask is a thumbs up. I would do it again. I'd love to hear if you try this mask, if you've done it before or after watching this, if you try it, what your thoughts were, what your skin reaction was, how you liked it. So please come back and comment below. So thanks for watching. Have a good Monday. Bye. I wanted to come back and do a quick update. This is a few hours later, and I'm really happy with the mask now. My skin just feels so soft. I don't think it's ever felt this soft. And especially on my forehead, I just feel like it's really glowing and radiant. So I just wanted to give a quick update that as more time passed on, it definitely got more glowing and more radiating. So very happy with it.